Alright, let's start with geometric series. We're looking at the general formula and vocabulary to start. And the general formula we'll get to in just a moment, but let's just talk about what is a series. So a sequence is just a list of numbers, but the series is the sum of the sequence, or we're adding up the terms. If we have a sequence such as 3, 6, 12, 24, then that is our sequence. But now if we say 3 plus 6 plus 12 plus 24, now we're looking at what we call a series. The sum of that series is adding up 3 and 6, 9, and adding 12 and adding 24. We can add those one at a time when they're a short sequence. If we have multiple terms, 10, 15, 30, 50 terms, we really need a quicker way to do that. So we can use a formula that says S sub n is equal to A1 times 1 minus r to the n power, all of that over 1 minus r. S sub n means the sum of n terms. A1 is the first term, as normal, and then r is the ratio, as before. Let's take a look at an example of using that formula. So let's go back to our sequence of 3, 6, 12, 24, etc. We have r is equal to 2 and our A1 is equal to 3. Let's find the sum of that series. So what's the sum of that series? We're going to take S, the 10th term for this example, or through the first 10 terms. Our A1 is 3 times 1 minus our ratio is 2 raised to the 10th term because of the 10. All that divided by 1 minus 2. If you plug that into the calculator just like it looks, you get an answer of 3,069. Let's take a look at a little bit different way of getting the same thing, or denoting the same thing, and that's a summation notation. So this symbol means to sum up, or the sum of. So in summation notation, we'll have n equals, we're going to start, for this example, at the first term, but you can start at any term, all the way up through the nth term. The format for the formula is A1 times r to the n minus 1. And as an example, let's go back to our original that we just worked, starting at n equals 1 all the way to the 10th term. Our A1 was 3, our r was 2, raised to the n minus 1. From that equation, we can draw out that A1 is equal to 3, our r is equal to 2, and what this is really telling us to take Take 3 times 2 to the 1 minus 1 plus 3 times 2 to the 2 minus 1 plus 3 times 2 to the 3 minus 1. I think you see where this is going. It takes a lot of paper, a lot of space, a lot of calculation. Yes, there's a faster way. We're going to go back to our sum formula. So S sub n is equal to A1 times 1 minus r raised to the n, all of that over 1 minus r. We want, again, the 10th term. So s sub 10 is equal to 3 times 1 minus 2. Oops, let's go back. 1 minus 2 to the 10th, left off the 10, all over 1 minus 2. And again, we get 3069. So it's not any different, it's just a different presentation. Understanding when you have the summation formula, you need to draw out what is your A1, what is your R, and then through what term are we going to sum up. Let's do one more example with summation notation. And let me give you sum from n equals 1 to 12 of 2 times 4 to the n minus 1. From this, I can draw out that my A1 is equal to 2, my R is equal to 4, and I'm going to take S sub 12 equals A1 is 2 times 1 minus 4 raised to the 12th power, all over 1 minus 4. The sum of the first 12 terms is then equal to, this is a big number, so 11,184,810. That is our final answer. That is the sum of the first 12 terms from that series. And that's it, all in a nutshell. Good luck.